I'm not lying. He was just sitting there like that for a long time. I'm not bragging, but I helped pull him out of it. I said, you gotta get back to work, man. You know, like I mentioned to some people, I said, you can't sit around. And then you go by the house, his wife said, I just want my husband back. In other words, I want him back alive. He just sitting at the wall. Because that stuff, it bruises ego. I'm a pretty boy. I'm on the campus. All the girls like me. I wanted to tell him, I said, them girls like you out for a few days on campus. But when they get out here running around, they're not looking for no pretty boy. They're looking for stable, BMW, black man working, right? All that stuff. They grown now. They not, ooh, he got curly hair. They don't care if your hair is nappy. They don't care. I mean, there's a little bit of that, you know what I mean? But that ain't the main focus. Their mama ain't gonna tell them, boy, you get you one of them curly-headed niggas. You get you one of them yellow niggas. You get you, boy, and you're gonna be all right. Is she gonna say that? Absolutely no, no. You know, in fact, you know, you don't look too bad yourself, so get somebody that's gonna appreciate you. You know what I mean? It's gonna appreciate you. You know, no worry. They're going to look out for you. Someone's going to take care of your children. Someone's just going to be settled down and they're going to be running around all day till they get 60 or 70 years old. Then they settle down. Right? That's you know. Anyway, back to Khadijah now. This is the mindset that they're in Oakland. That's what they come out of. The matchmaker, Abdul Malik, matched up Khadijah with Mukhtar. Both of them, he wanted to manipulate them to do what he wanted them to do. In the one meeting, I told Mukhtar, well, maybe now you can start moving up a little bit and stretching out. And Abdul Malik said, he ain't ready yet. Mukhtar is sitting there. In other words, hey man, I need him to do this, that. We don't need nobody moving up. It was clear, he was sitting right there. Okay. Also, they're not used to you know, not strong leadership, but learned leadership. The reason I was talking about good visions is because there's something that I want to talk to everybody tonight about. What we've been doing, what we've already done. Number one, the white man used to whoop niggas in front of all the other niggas. Right? That's what he used to do. We whooped the white man in front of everybody. You got to think of what we as a community have done already. When I'm talking about this first part, so we can look back at what we have already accomplished, but later we're going to look ahead to where we're going. All the stuff we talked about. When you get up in the morning, the first thing after you pray is you spend a few minutes on, number one, being grateful. Thanking Allah. You just count, I got fingers, I got toes, good God Almighty, boy, I'm ready to roll. It don't make no difference. But you should be grateful. The first thing is I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And also to know, when we talked about tafweed, turning over your life to Allah, right? Okay. It's the same with zuhud. When I was in California, Abdul Malik never talk about you're a Zahid. That's true. But that was then. Detachment? Well, I was detached. I wasn't attached to none of this stuff. Like we say, I lived upstairs over there. They thought when I get married, I was going to stop running and stop doing this. And I said, no. That's why we live back there. Right there. Now, the family didn't particularly like it. The kids don't care. They just, whatever, he's camping out enough. But people is grown, they don't like that. No. The thing, if you with me, that's what we are. You want stability, you get stable. We can do what we want now. Technically, we've always been, but we want to instill that we not city slickers. You know, the first thing when Abdul Malik was married to Bahia, when I went by their house, I'm telling you, I told them the same thing. I said, y'all Americans. I said, y'all are Americans. Just the atmosphere was American. The last thing was I temporarily got married to a young lady out there after about 15 to 20 years of celibacy. I didn't stay married long because she wasn't. Anyway, so her little boy, he was about 8 or 9 then. And they had little games and parties. They was playing pin the tail on the donkey. Now, okay, suppose if you're a supposedly revolutionary, who cares? I said, boy, y'all is American. They were Americans. In attitude, everything, lifestyle. I mean, then and now, United States Americans, which that American attitude is not if you gotta bathe out of a bucket, you bathe out of a bucket. It ain't no big deal. No big deal. The water don't kind of have just take the dipper. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Right? You don't have to turn on the thing and this water comes. They do. Anything else, this is not right. This is something wrong. That's why we don't meet on the same psychological level. The best thing ever happened to me to be born in Arkansas down there. With cotton wagons and stuff like that. There was another time. It was another time. Boy, that was wonderful. Them old big round tubs. 10 tubs. Y'all probably didn't have that stuff, but we had it. That's what you bathed in. And you didn't bathe no. Now everybody shower, there's a shower every day. That's what people used to bathe once a week. That's it. Right? Once a week. I said, if you walked out there with buckets and had to bring them buckets of water in, right, and heat them up, and it's cold in the winter, right, you bathe once a week too, on Saturday night, when everybody else did, going out and partying, right? That's when people bathed. Okay, so we went to California, but thank God for that, you know what I mean? For that preparation. Because anywhere in the world, when you're in Pakistan and anywhere, when you don't have these, no, shoot, give me that bucket. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Boy, that's great. Dry off and keep going, right? Okay, the point is, that whole attitude, that satisfying of nafs, okay, I don't think we could have gotten here with any of those, because the white man ain't gonna play with you. Being here is proof. You see what I mean? Being here is proof that you have the psychological, the spiritual, and the wherewithal. You have all the management skills of money and all of those management skills, all of those techniques. You have to have it. That's what happened to our people. They didn't have a chance, man. The Negro, everybody was 19 and 20 and 25 years old, and they knocked us just like that, man. It was cold. They just knocked us, bam. And today people don't realize that you just didn't have time. You know, Vietnam, Vietnam, the people had, man, they had decades and decades to learn. And they had to go up against heavy odds, bombing camp, all of that. And they learned and learned. The Negro didn't get a chance to learn. Just didn't get a chance to learn. They took us out. Hey, man. See, all of this time I've been studying what we've been doing. You know, when I left and went overseas, man, that means if I would have stayed here, I'd have got, if it's possible, I'd have got taken out with everybody else. I would have went to prison, and I'd have came out with some money, but with that little bit of that Negro stuff, I'm big so-and-so. I had a whole line of partners who would do the same thing. I'm big so-and-so. And I'd tell somebody, I said, man, I remember one of them, he had his ponytail and everything. He was getting streaks of gray. I said, how old are you now? He said, 47. They older than I am. And I said, yeah, okay. It was back in the 80s. No, I'm going to get mine. You know, because once you was big, once you done tasted that fame and fortune and all of that, you're addicted to it. I got to get back. Another one of my partners, he had became Muslim up at McNeil Island. I took my sons, they was in their teens. We went to San Francisco County Jail. And, you look through the mirror and stuff. The glass. They said, Dad, he looks tired. I said, he is tired. I said, they just gave him 18 years in the penitentiary. He just got out of McNeil, out for a minute, got back rich again, but they get your number. You know what I mean? They get your pattern down. They send a couple of snitches by, and off you go on to the pen. They get out, get another case, and they going back. One of my partners just got out last year on this old man thing. He way up in his 70s. Like I say, I'm the youngest out of the crew. So let's see, it's 77 or 78. They got a new thing, and they just letting the old folks out of the federal joint. They let them go. Son bought him a new car, and he's finally, it's all over. Some people grow out of it at 75 and 80 years old. They said, I've had enough. See, because if you get a heavy case at 60, it's not no fun. When you get you get 10 years when you're 20 years old, I'll be 30 when I get out. You got a life ahead of you. But when you get 65, you get 10 years. Usually at that age, you're getting more and more time. This is your fourth time back, so we're going to load you up. We're going to bury you in this penitentiary. Okay. So we had a chance to observe the whole pattern of behavior. And as I said, what we've done, remember, we talked about it. Muhammad Ali, right? Muhammad Ali style. That's what we're going with. Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali. Both of them teased the people. Oh, Mr. Jeff, I'm going to hit you in the tummy. This is Jack Johnson. Muhammad Ali, I showed you Archie Moore. He said, Mo gonna fall in 4. You know, stuff like that. And he did it. When he whooped somebody listening, the people was, that nigga can actually fight. They were shocked. They just thought he was a big mouth Sonny Liston. See, in our days, Sonny Liston was considered a pure gorilla. Sonny Liston was about the toughest Negro in the United States. He was the heavyweight champion, so he was a serious champion. I knew all them guys because, you know, the boxers, you know, they all came through, and all of my partners was in the mix, you know, up in the, you know, that level. So what has been our job all along? Is to deal with all the things we've been dealing with and do it out front. We are not an unknown quality. Everybody knows who we are. I don't care what they say. It doesn't make no difference. They pretending, they lying. Everybody knows who we are, where we're coming from. And we're going to use it right, just like the women that got arrested at the house in Oakland. They just started doing that because they know that we was arrested at the Masjid. And I'm going to bring that up. What's the policy? Not the timing. What's been the policy? Who y'all think y'all are going to come and make it all right? Because you've been arrested some women and children at the house. Right. So it won't look bad, oh, we just arrested a nigga in the masjid. Ain't no big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. That was wrong. What's the policy? Is it some policy that we haven't read about that you, everywhere else? If somebody been in a house a long time, like that means I've been living in the masjid, you know. Whenever I come to Oakland, I live in the masjid. So you have to call that a residence almost. So if that's true, if I've been paying bills there, if I done paid all the bills there, then you cannot come and throw me out. You got to get paperwork, right? Yeah, here, you got to get paperwork. They can't even, it's some 90 days, something like that. You got to get paperwork. He can't call, right, and have me put out of the masjid. Not only that, I have the deed and everything else that goes with it. So at least it's controversial, but you can't put me out and leave him in. Well, I'm glad they did. Because remember, everything that we've been doing, we've been working toward that. Everything that we have been doing, we have been working toward that. When you look at Abdul Malik, when you look at the people down the street, when you look at all the people, you're looking at a team failure. They failed on every point. It's a colossal failure. If you look at, I have some of the pictures of some of the Negroes who was here. How could all of them fail? Remember, they failed to do anything. They have had no effect on us at all. How could all of them fail? If we got 10 sinners, how could all of them pack up and fly away? For what reason? Right? How could, what's the name, right over there, right next door, he done shot holes in the wall and everything. Abdullah would come in here to want to eat all the food. He's a nice man, but he eats all the food. And so what's the name? Abdul Jalil. So I asked Abdul Jalil one night, it was a little sprinkle snow. I said, "You're not leaving, are you?" "Oh, no." I got up that morning. They loaded up their U-Haul and was gone. So you got your new U-Haul here, huh? Okay, they'll go, I don't know how many rents. The place around the corner where you live, how filthy was that place? It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. They had a little kid in there. I said, "Man, this guy must have been the toughest guy in the world." Right? Yeah. Remember, it was feces. It was everything. In fact, you got sick cleaning it out. And you helped this one out, all of us around there. But tell the truth. Have you ever seen a place like that?
Only as a firefighter, I've seen that.
You seen it as a firefighter?
But,
yeah. It was unbelievable. Okay, if you take that place, if you take this place, if you take houses in California, people go 2 years without paying rent and then leave. You know, it would help people. We're not that bad of luck. What if we buy,
I'm just saying, like 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. What?
That's family helping. They had a couple of years around there. It'd take more than that for the place to get a place like that. You can't get no place like that over there.
Right. Oh,
No. I have some pictures around here, right down there. You just look at them and see. I'm trying to tell you, we have leadership skills, management skills, because boss man ain't gonna let you, you know, and we're here. Think about it. We're not mad at nobody. We actually, it don't seem like it, we like everybody. We with them. We with the masses. They don't, it wasn't like that before. Let me see, I got something right here from years ago. This was 88, of course we changed. And you could read it and see if Mrs. Waters found Uncle Lab, Young Munafiq stage play. Possible time to pop cap in the head of 1 to 5